Guys, before we get into this video, I just wanted to ask you guys for a huge favor. If you are not yet subscribed, please go down below. And if you do enjoy this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, another thing, if you guys have not yet turned on that post notification bell, go ahead and click that. It does help a ton since YouTube sometimes does not notify you. That will notify you every time I post, and you could be the first one to this channel. Also, another thing I'd like you guys to do, if you guys have subscribed and turned on the post notifications, go ahead down below in the comments, go ahead and type, I subbed, and I turned on notifications. So if you guys do that, I will go down below. I will go like your comment. I will heart it. I'll comment back, and I will go check out your channel. So if you guys want me to check out your channel, go ahead and do that. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to a new video. In this video, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the top 4 best uses of gems in Clash of Clans. Now, as you guys know, gems are hard to come by in Clash of Clans. Let's go ahead and clear this tree and see if we get a gem. So, it's a grind to get gems in Clash of Clans, as all of you guys know. A lot of you guys ask me, how do you get free gems? How do you get gems? How do you get gems? The truth is, I grind them. So there we go. We didn't get any gems out of that, unfortunately. But that's how you get gems for the main part besides doing achievements. So let's go ahead and show some Clan War replays while we talk about some of these ways. So number 4 being the worst way to get gems. Well, the worst way on the best list to get gems. This is if you are a pusher. Shields. Shields are a very good use of gems as a pusher because they honestly just make it so you can't be attacked and you can take a break. So if you are a major pusher, then you play 24 hours a day, every single day, and push non-stop, and you get no break from the game. Now, once you have no break from the game, it starts to get a little overwhelming and crazy, and you definitely need a break. Now, the only way to get a break is if you get either destroyed on defense, which getting destroyed on defense is going to make you want to keep pushing, and it'll just make you push even more, making the game a little more frustrating. So, the next best thing would be to buy a shield. So once you buy a shield, you are guaranteed to not be attacked for a certain amount of time, depending on how long your shield actually is. But depending on the time of this shield, depends on your trophies. So once you pass certain amounts of trophies, shields become like they are not able to be purchased. So once you pass, I believe 4,500, you can't buy, or no, 3,600, you can't buy a 7-day shield. And then it gets worse as you get up in trophies. They make it so you can't buy the longer shields, which is kind of tough, but it does make it worth it to buy the smaller shields because number 1, they are cheaper, and number 2, they still do give you a break to the game. Now, what I would do when I was pushing, if I did get completely tired of the game and didn't want to lose my trophies, I'd wait. I'd keep grinding until I got a really bad defense. And once I lost that really bad defense, I'd get a long shield. Now on top of that long shield, I would go ahead and purchase a shield in the shop, which would give me an even longer shield. So in the end, I got to take a long break. So that is number 4 in the list. So we're going to move on to the next best use of gems in Clash of Clans. So that would be number 3, which is gemming the Queen and King time. So as you guys know, it is a grind to max out your heroes. But the best use of gems is to gem your hero time. And now I'm not talking about as soon as you put the hero on upgrade, you go ahead and finish their time immediately, because that would be a very bad use of gems actually. But if you do know what you are doing, what you would do is fill your storage up, upgrade your king or queen, and then once you fill your storage up again, go ahead and gem the time left on the king or queen, and you will go ahead and put that king or queen right back on upgrade, which would maximize the amount of gems you use. Therefore, you wouldn't use all the gems. So after you pass a certain level on the king or queen, I forget the exact level, it's always 999 gems to finish them as soon as the upgrade starts. But if you do wait until you get your Dark Elixir storage full, now I'm not just talking about get enough Dark Elixir for the next upgrade, I'm talking about completely maxing it out. So that's 7 days to max out your Dark Elixir storage. And for the most part, if you do grind and farm a lot, you will be able to fill up this storage pretty quickly. So you will not be spending as much gems finishing that upgrade, and it saves a lot of time as each upgrade is a week. And yeah, you don't want to be waiting 45 weeks to get a maxed out king or queen. So that is the next best use of gems. Now we're going to move straight on to number 2, which is my personal favorite use of gems, which is boosting your barracks. Now, if you guys don't know, you can go ahead and boost your barracks for a certain amount of gems, and it lasts an hour. I believe it's 30 gems. And it lasts 1 hour, and it makes your troop training time 4 times faster. So that means as soon as you finish attacking, right when you get back to your base, you are going to have a full army again, and you can go right back to attack again. Now, this is so effective for both farming and trophy pushing, because trophy pushing armies do take a lot longer than farming armies, so you want to be able to attack as soon as possible after, like while you're pushing, you want to be able to attack as soon as possible after attacking. That way, you are maximizing the amount of attacks you get during your online time, because if you didn't know, after a certain amount of time, you are kicked off of the game and forced to take a defense when you're high in trophies. So you definitely want to boost if you're trophy pushing, because it will maximize the amount of trophies you can get in your session. Now for farmers, which this is how I maxed out my base, you want to actually boost your barracks for, let's say, Barch or Lavaloon, or not Lavaloon, Balloonian, which is balloons and minions, and then Barch is barbarians and archers. So you want to go ahead and look for a dead base, and keep searching until you find a dead base. As soon as you find the first dead base, you want to attack it as fast as possible and use all your troops, or try and use the minimum amount of troops possible to get all the loot that there is. Now, you don't need all the loot, but you do want to get the majority of the loot, especially if it's in the collectors, aka a dead base. And then as soon as you finish that attack, you're going to want to go straight back to your village. And once you get back to your village, your army is going to be done, since it will only take just a couple minutes for this Barch to train up with this boost. And you're going to go straight back out into the matchmaking and find yourself some more bases to attack. And that will maximize the amount of loot you get during the time you play. Let's say you're only able to play like an hour out of the day. Now, if you're only able to play an hour out of the day, I would definitely use boosting, because then you maximize the amount of time. Let's say you were not boosting, you'd only get to attack, let's say, 4 times in an hour. Now, if you do this times 4 boost, you'd be able to attack, what's 4 times 4? 16. You'd be able to attack 16 times in this hour. So that puts up your attacks by 4 in the hour, which is definitely very helpful if you're trying to max out quickly and you're kind of pushed for time. Now, if you're not pushed for time, it's still a very good use of gems, because you're actually able to farm up a lot faster, and you'd end up maxing out a lot faster like myself. Now, that is honestly my favorite use of gems in the game. And now this next use of gems is definitely very widely known, and a lot of you guys know this. And honestly, this is at number 1 because it is possibly the most useful use of gems, which is buying all 5 builders. Now, if you didn't know, you get to start off with 2 builders in the game. The 3rd builder you can get for 500 gems, which equates to $5. And then you can buy your 4th builder for, I believe, 1,200 gems, which is about $10. And then the next builder, which is your 5th builder, which is the max amount of builders you can have in Clash of Clans, is, I believe, 2,000 gems, which comes out to be just about $20. So in the end, you would have been spending about $35 to $40, depending on the gem packs you get, to actually get all 5 builders. Now, you really need all 5 builders in order to max out in Clash of Clans and maximize your time, because you don't want, no way you'll be able to max out with 10 or 2 builders. But if you do only have 2 builders, you could max out, but it honestly would take a long time. So if you are pretty new to the game and you only have your 2 builders, make sure not to gem your upgrade times or boost or anything like that. Do not waste any gems. Save up those achievements. A good way to get your achievements, or to get all 5 builders, would be to reach 3,000 trophies in the builder's base, which gives you 1,000 gems. Then reaching Champions League, which gives you another 2,500 gems, which is enough to get most of your builders. So those are ways to get all 5 builders in Clash of Clans. Now, honestly, if you are starting out, like I said, make sure not to waste gems and save up all your gems that you get throughout your Clash of Clans journey, and save up all of these gems and make sure to use them on the builder I know sometimes, or on the builders, I know sometimes it is hard to resist like upgrading something pretty quickly. Let's say you're pushed it for time, you want to upgrade it, it's 2 or 3 gems. You might say to yourself, hey, it's only 2 or 3 gems, I'll get that back tomorrow when I pick up a tree, when I clear an obstacle. Now, after a while, those 2 or 3 gems do definitely add up, because you keep using these 2 or 3 gems each day, and then the next day you get them back, but in the end of the day you're gaining 0 gems. But if you wait a long time, like myself, I haven't used gems in quite some time, and I've actually gotten up to 6,600 gems in like a year, but I haven't spent any. So if you do not spend any gems, even those 2 or 3 gems here and there, it does actually make a huge difference, and they do definitely add up in time. So that is going to wrap up this video. Those are my top 4 favorite uses of gems, and honestly the most efficient uses of gems if you do want to max out your base and spend the least amount of money as possible, and possibly you don't have to spend any money. You could spend absolutely $0 in the game and still max out and get all 5 builders. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any other suggestions, drop them down in the comments below. Let me know how you spend your gems. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily Clash of Clans and Clash Royale content, and I will see you guys in the next video.